I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Helix Sleep. This video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. Their Labor Day sale is running now, and it's a great time to upgrade your mattress. You can get 25% off your purchase for a limited time. Check out the Helix site for more details. It's incredible, the technology to get this mattress is awesome.
And get it here. It was packaged really neat.
The funnest part of the whole thing was opening the box. So compact, and it just inflates by itself.
And it's free shipping in all of the United States. It's right to your door. Personally, I am a side sleeper, and I like the mattress soft, yet a little firm.
I'm the opposite. I like my mattress firm, and I'm a back and side sleeper.
We've had the Helix mattress now for a few weeks, and one of the things I like about it is that I don't need to use a lot of extra padding to sleep because it's so soft.
For me, it's just straight ahead, good night's sleep. I suffer from chronic pain, and this has helped tremendously. This mattress is definitely a first for me. I've always been the low budget shopper, just splurging a bit. This is worth every bit what we paid for it. I love it. The quality is incredible.
Helix has a 100-night sleep trial, so you get more than 3 months to decide whether or not you like the mattress.
Helix mattresses have a 10-year warranty. They even offer financing options and flexible payment plans, so a good night's sleep is never far away.
Like most people, sleep is really important to Ian and I, and we were really excited to partner with Helix.
I love our Helix mattress, and I think you would too. If you're looking for a new bed, check out Helix Sleep. Their Labor Day sale is running now. It's the perfect time to upgrade your sleep with 25% off a Helix mattress. Click the link below or go to helixsleep.com/URL to find out more about this limited time offer. Again, thanks Helix Sleep. If you miss this limited time offer, you can still get 20% off using my link. We've got some stuff.
Ooh.
It's funny how the world turns. Look at all this stuff. So I was thinking, man, I'm running out of room real fast in this shop. It's crazy how it fills up. We're about halfway there with our junk, all the stuff. We got the primary things here, tools, but we got totes and boxes and this and that. So I get on the horn to my buddy Victor. Actually, hey Victor, you have any shelves? He says, Ian, that's crazy. I was just about to call you. We're demoing this warehouse, and we have seemingly miles of shelves that are going to go in the dumpster if somebody doesn't take them. So I go down there to Santa Clarita, and behold, shelving, industrial grade. Look at these. So I just want to say thanks, Victor. All this stuff was free. Give us the hookup. We still got a lot more too, so I think our friend Jeff's gonna get some, our friend Sandra's gonna get some, and then I'm gonna put some more in. Yeah, they were 16 feet tall, so I cut them in half.
Oh, wow.
And spaced out the shelves to fit our totes. So yeah, that's gonna work out really cool. So yeah.
The latest shop update.
Latest shop update. Jamie, do you remember what week we left to go to Burning Man? Was it September 24th? August 24th?
August 24th. It was August 24th.
So it's about a month later, a month and a couple days. We haven't stopped in a month and a couple days.
I'm feeling it today, honestly.
So we went on vacation, but that's a stress event. I mean, right through. 10, 12 days there, into the shop the day we get back, unpacking, moving, trying to build stuff, a lot of family drama, not between Jamie and I.
No, not between us.
No, just, things happen in the world, and man, we've just been, again, spinning plates, and dang it, I'm tired.
Me too.
So we're not going to break any records today. We're just going to work on the Zephyr, because it's going to make me feel good. there's some developments with the channel as well. Jamie is doing a smashing job. Just really, if you look at the views, they're increasing exponentially. It's wild. And a lot is due to Jamie's behind the scenes work. And then, you know, thanks to the old viewers, of course, but the new viewers, you're in for a treat. We are just getting set up here. So yeah, thanks everyone for subscribing, for commenting, and for liking. Even those you don't like, still, comments help. Thank you.
Right. And interacting with our channel helps it grow. And we found a lot of new subscribers that missed Ian's show and are kind of tired of watching full custom reruns. So
It's all the same content. We knew that, and that's why we want to get out of that rerun scenario and make fresh stuff. So yeah, thanks, y'all. That's making it happen. It's working.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, Zephyr has no trunk floors because we did this whole rear suspension modification. You haven't seen the earlier episodes. Got a newer axle in there. We got these giant C-notches from Scotty Shops. Everything is just tacked together. I swapped it to parallel leaf springs. This will have airbags as a supplementary ride height thing. You can see the car is pretty low, empty. As it gets heavier, it's going to get too low in the end. And then the airbags will level that out. But instead of doing a 4-link or any kind of exotic stuff, I wanted something very bare bones, basic, tried, true, proven, etc. This is where we're at. So I raised the perches up to get the car very low, and it's in a very rudimentary state. So we're going to make some templates and figure out the trunk floor design. It's going to need some more structure across the C-notch area, but I'm going to have to get this cleaned, trimmed back, etc. As mentioned, we're a little tired, so we're going to work with some cardboard. All right, these are the tools of the trade. So we talked about this cool template paper once before. You can find it online. It's basically like a packaging, or it's actually some kind of upholstery supply thing. That's where we get ours, so it's good stuff. Tape measure and a marker and a pair of scissors. Let's explore. So the old Zephyr had a way different suspension, so I'm imagining that with the gas tank design, whatever else was going on in here, that's why they shaped the floors like this. See, it comes over and it kind of turns down. It's doing something like this. I guess we'll just do the same. There's no reason, plenty of trunk, right? We're gonna cut this back to here, I think. See how it's got this little indent here and it just gets all kind of weird, so it kind of straightens out right at this line. So that'll be our landing point. And I guess we'll just stay up. If these braces are intact, they're doing something. So let's just pull this template. Make a couple trims. Yeah, so now that's coming into there. This is really up against the leaf spring, but I think we'll probably shoot this line from here, from that brace, to here where the metal ends. So we'll slam a straight line across there. That's cool. And then I guess we're going to put a brake with the sheet metal brake right at that point too. We might even do 2 or 3. Let's do that. And then this here, you get the long straight edge. So coming from the C-notches, that's our mark right there. That's where it's going to want to turn up. This is where we want it. So it's going to break up into that.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
So now we take this, just hit this on here, as we mentioned. Quick rough layout. I want to thank the 3 people that gave me the Sharpie marker holders. You can see how well that worked out. Thank you. Old habits die hard. Okay, cool. So we have this, right? But we want the piece of sheet metal. We want the piece of sheet to go all the way over to here. So we're going to take our measuring unit, 3 inches. So we're going to move these lines over 3 inches. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we know this here is going to get in the way also. So let's do this. Again, that's why I'm using paper this time. Sometimes I'll just do it straight to steel. We're in a really tight point in our steel supply.
You haven't had a chance to go to the steel supply store yet?
No, and I dropped that piece of sheet metal and it creased it, so.
Oh no.
That's kind of, if I can't make this out of that piece of steel, we'll have a good mock-up of what the trunk floor will look like in paper. Again, I can't install it because there's a lot of trimming and cleaning to do before I do that, so. Okay, we took that 3 inches. Let's see what happens now. So kind of building our own puzzle piece. Just trying to check that.
You know what's funny is we were talking about how we're so tired. And I know we did that in the beginning of this video was the Helix integration. Our mattress, it's really comfortable, you guys.
Yeah, we're not tired for a lack of comfortable
Lack of
sleep.
sleep. It's, oh my gosh, our lives
We've
are
just been
just
hustling.
crazy right now. I just thought about that.
Yeah.
So yeah. And we do the integration sometimes, you guys. Support us in watching them. Don't hate.
I mean, this is an awesome job. There's no question about it. But it's still work.
It's a lot of work.
And no, we're not shoveling ditches all day. This is fun. You know, we don't take it for granted. But there are deadlines. There's parameters where you got to get her done.
Yep. So, anyway, I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, so now we're just going to take this. See how that angle? We're just going to match that. Get that right to there. Cool. Yeah, I like that. So all this works. It's going to take off that much more right here. There's a lot of tar and stuff in the Zephyr's attaching point, so I'm going to try to keep this panel away from a lot of that. I'll just chip it back, but I don't want to get involved with removing a whole ton of that material. So, yeah. Okay. That'll work. I just cut this back to take a look at this, but this piece is going to remain full-sized. So if I flip this over, it should fit that side. With any luck. Very close. So, yeah, we're going to want to take this. Yeah, I hope I have enough steel. This is a 4-foot sheet, so let me measure that real quick. Okay, so the critical thing here, I think, is between these two braces. So I'm going to lay this out and then measure how far this brace is to that brace. Flip that. Cut it out.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Sort of. So the braces are 3 feet. And then the C-notches are 43. Okay. So one thing I've said before is these paper templates never, usually for me at least, don't translate perfectly into the end cut. It'll be a good lay in, but we'll have to trim each side out, I'm sure. A little tailoring. Yeah, cool. Now we know that we're going to want to fold it up at about that line. Let me just double check that. I'm gonna bring it a little further up. Do it right here. So that's gonna be here.
You know what's so awesome? Is it's 100 degrees outside today. And I'm cool as a cucumber. I know you're a little sweaty, but
The humidity gets me.
is it the humidity from the swamp
Always the
coolers?
humidity, yeah.
I feel great in here. I'm perfectly comfortable.
Definitely better than outside. I'm not disputing that, but I think I'm gonna get just a fan because the swamp coolers, we have both of them on right now, and it gets a bit moist. I mean, it's nothing in comparison to folks that live in, southern states.
Right?
But it's a dry heat out here.
It is a dry heat.
I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut this with the disc. I don't feel like wrestling the Beverly Shield right now, so. Jamie just mentioned she really likes this tool. I do also. Eastwood gave it to me to try out a few years ago. Almost tempted to do the whole car like that.
I actually felt the same way.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that something that I could do?
Sure. Oh yeah, you'll definitely want a respirator. That's straight rust. But yeah.
We should, because I'm tired of looking at it being all
And we're
rusty.
inside now, 100%, right? As you can see, that was just from us sitting outside. It got rained on in the desert. It's not like it's rust. All right, so there's something I was thinking about. I did this cool little thing on the very first DVD, the Back from the Dead. I made the pickup truck bed and I rigidized it in the brake. And just because I haven't done that in a while, I think that's what we're going to do with this trunk floor. It's going to have carpet on it, but we'll do a cool little thing. It'll really stiffen it up.
I love it. Ian is back.
So we're going to find the center of this. And also, because it's got this weird little deformity where I bent it, by putting all these lines in, you're not even going to see that. It's going to totally take over and structurize it. I'm going to find the center of this sheet. That's 44. Let's do our math.
22.
Deuce, deuce.
Oh,
30.
hi, Zachary. There's a 5-year-old little boy that likes to watch your YouTube.
I think I saw that message.
Yeah. Hi, Zachary.
I think he said that he believes I was abducted by aliens and escaped. Am
Yes.
I talking about the right kid? He's not far off.
So sweet.
And who says I escaped? Maybe
Right, Zachary? Maybe Ian didn't escape.
Let's see if this center measurements adds up on the square. Dang if it sure does. All right. Now this is where the dyslexia really comes in.
Oh boy.
Imagine we have a center point, we have an apex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like the roof on our ranch. It goes down and out. So we're going to do that a lot. We're going to go back and forth in the sheet metal brake, and it's going to corrugate this to a degree, but very, very little, but it's going to rigidize it. We're going to measure, We're going to remember flip, flop, up, down, up, down, up, down. So if we have the center, we're going to go out. Just put on 20 because that's a nice even number. So we're going to go out 1 inch and 1 inch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these are up. And now it's flat for another inch. And it's going to go up 1 more inch. And it's going to go down. See where this is going to get confusing in about 20 more inches?
I'm already just confused.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to my world.
So don't ask me like, right? Because I'll just say, oh yeah.
So there's 2 steps between every peak. Because it goes up, down. This is flat in here. Told you it's going to get tricky. So we're going to go step and then top. That's the apex. And we're going to go 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. 1. You like how I'm spanning time without welding, grinding, and making a mess?
Yes.
Me too. This isn't cheating either. This is just a necessary thing. I'm going to stop it right about there because this is all going to get different, trim back. So let's just say we're going to stop it at 19 out.
Well, I think a lot of people, this is good for people to see because it seems to me in reading comments and things like that, people get stuck on certain things on their builds and they don't know what to do. So, you know, maybe some people are stuck with the trunk. Here you go.
Well, also, a lot of people say, oh, well, use your bead roller and rigidize it. It's like, well, I don't have a bead roller. And a lot of people might not have a bead roller.
Right.
Can I get
That
one?
too.
Sure. But this is if you have a sheet metal brake, check this out. You know, you could do this.
So workaround.
1 more, even with the other side.
I'm excited.
We're getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go 1, 2, top. I used to do a lot of sheet metal work in construction. That's how I learned with this specific model sheet metal brake. We used to make a lot of gutters and decorative stuff. Nothing too elaborate, but I picked this up from the old guy. So they both end on a circle. So we're going to be flipping, we're going to be flopping. How do we transfer these marks to the other side of the sheet? How would you do that?
I have no idea.
With a center punch.
What?
With a center punch.
Ah.
Guess where my center punch is?
At the ranch.
Let's all say that together.
At the ranch.
And all the rest of my stuff. But I got these big old screws. That's going to do the job. The idea here is we'll be using the marker as a reference on this side, so when we flip it, we'll only see dimples. So we'll know if we're looking at a dimple, it's going to be, yeah.
Oh boy. No, I see where you're going now. I see where you're going.
I'm going to put this on the floor because it's going to make a lot of noise if it's on this table.
You guys like Ian's new table?
Thanks, Victor. Every mark with a circle will be bent from the underside because that'll be the raised portion. Every part with the marker, we'll see, will be the flat and the rise.
Sorry, excuse me.
Got it.
Bless me.
Yeah. Nice arrangement of dimples. Yes, indeed. Let's go over to the sheet metal brake. All right, so a lot of bending tools will have like a little dial indicator, how many degrees of bend you're getting. But this ancient one don't got that. Another trick the old man taught me. So get yourself some tape and stick it on that. Make a mark. That's what we're going to do all these years later. So with this metal that we're doing, I'm going to do a test piece. And you don't want a huge amount of bend, but you definitely want it to show a crease. So yeah, that looks pretty good. What we're going to end up with, over and over, is this correct? We're going to end up with a series of these through the entire panel. So if that looks like a decent rise, let's just match that. We want this one to come up level. There. So that's going to be our bend mark. Wow, I picked the winner. Do it on that side. Sweet. Bada bing. This is where the challenge starts. It's all focus. It's not going to be a perfect layout. We're going to do a little bit of a shilly-shally to it, but this machine isn't that precise. So you'll see one side bends a little bit more than the other over that. It's going to work. Goes up, goes down. You only get one try at this. So, to the mark. Then that's going to come down. Sure. Center. It's the center. Sweating it. I'm sweating it. Because if you mix one of the lines, you're going to get a crease across the design. Ask me how I know. I'm going to try to do it right. All right, so that bends up. So from the center, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just got to bend those free. So we're up. So we have to go twice that to come back down. That's what it is. Yeah. Twice that amount. Gauge that to there. We're going to put that there. And we're going to come back half. We're going to bring that to level. Boom. Got it. Crack the code. Then this one is coming up half. The thing. That one goes double. Half. Half. Nope, I goofed it. Yeah. Look at that. That one should have shot to here. Let's correct before we screw that all up. How when we measure from the center? 1, 2, 4. Transfer to that line. The wise guys are going to say, they just bought a sheet of corrugated steel. I can hear them already. I can hear those comments out there. The idea here being a lot of possibilities with this sheet metal brake. You could do a design where you increase the distance between these, so you had almost pleats. You know, just using this simple layout of the valley and the ridge, you could space them out. You could do staggered, you could do anything. I just did a quick 1-inch repeat layout. as an example. It's going to go in the trunk. It's going to be very strong. All right. That's definitely rigidized. Now, one final thing we're going to do is bend it up to go up the C-notch, rear of the C-notch. And I'm going to make a template of that real quick. Just a real quick gauge. We want that angle. You can see how this starts to get a little bit curled up. Once you put this in there, all that is history.
Ooh.
If you do it the other way, this handle's broken.
I like that you say hiya. It's so funny.
Yeah. That is a strong trunk floor. All right, let's see if it fits. It's probably going to be very tight. We can find out where. Ooh, sure is. We're going to have to cut this in half.
You did all that work. And
Problem with these Art Deco cars. They're really narrow in the back. Yeah, I could take out that X. It's close. There might be a way. Let's not give up just yet.
I feel like this is a representation of our week that we've had this week. Trying to make everything fit.
Make all the pieces fit. Whew.
Dang.
Welcome to my world. I would prefer to cut this in half and reattach it. And then cut that X out of the car, because that's like original metal. This is no stress. Or I could cut the entire trunk floor out and just drop the leaf springs and it'll rise up through there. No. Yeah, it will.
Decisions.
Ninja!
Yes.
That's why I say hiya. Yeah, I just got to cut that out. Put the disc in there. See that? 90% of every job is just not giving up. All right, so now that I solved that puzzle, it's just a matter of trimming this out. But I'm going to pop it back out and clean all this stuff up before I install it in the final trimming. But yeah, the end result, you'll see, it'll just be kind of a raised area coming up into the C-notch. And then it's really strong too. The end.